The 13 strongest villages in Naruto history, ranked. In the world of Naruto, villages train up ninjas who serve as their local military, perform social services, and more. Most villages are attached to a country that's controlled by a daimyo, but some are independent operations. The strongest villages in Naruto are recognized as hidden villages. These are led by the most powerful ninja in the village, called a Kage. That's what Naruto Uzumaki hopes to be and ultimately becomes, the leader of Konoha Curry, the Hokage. But there are villages other than the main 5 that are also worth mentioning. Amegakuri, a village that often bore the brunt of the bigger nations' wars, produced one of the most dangerous groups in Naruto history, the Akatsuki. There are also a few villages that aren't run by humans, but by summoning animals. Ninja travel to these lands in order to learn senjutsu, or sage mode. Number 1. Jomi Village is located in the land of keys. Rather than focusing on training ninjas for combat, this village's strength lies in espionage. Those trained in this village are taught to never give up any information to anyone else, but to gather as much information as they possibly can. Some, like Hanare, use a technique called eye mind reading to help them accomplish this. Number 2. Cusaga Curry is one of Konoha's allies, but their exact position can be hard to read. That's because their ninja tend to be skilled at closely reading others while concealing their own intentions, which can sometimes lead to effective diplomacy, and sometimes lead to deception. While there aren't a lot of known characters from Cusaga Curry, it is home to several important locations, including the Konobe Bridge, which was one of Iwega Curry's biggest supply lines during the Third Shinobi War, the Tenchi Bridge, which Team Kakashi used to secretly meet with Kabuto Yakushi, and a massive prison housed in the Hojiki Castle. The prison housed an ancient super weapon that made Cusaga Curry temporarily quite powerful. Number 3. Located in the land of bears, Hoshigakuri was formed around a meteorite that struck the Earth about 200 years ago. By training in the meteorite's presence, Hoshigakuri ninja were able to dramatically boost their chakra and their power, but at a terrible cost. The radiation from the star eventually destroys the ninja's internal organs, resulting in their demise. That's why the third Hoshikage outlawed the practice, though Akahashi, his assassin, had other ideas. Akahashi wanted the training to keep going, although he knew of its effects. That's because Hoshigakuri was not recognized as a real hidden village, and the Hoshikage was not recognized as a real position. He wanted his village's ninja to be strong enough for that recognition. Number 4. Some of the Naruto villages are actually sage regions, populated by summoning animals. Ryuchi Cave is home to the snakes, which both Orochimaru and Sasuke summon during battle. The leader is the Great White Snake, who puts visitors through multiple trials in order to teach them sage mode. Those who fail the test will have their chakra consumed by the snakes, but those who succeed can achieve great power. The cave is also the origin for the Yugo clan's ability to constantly absorb natural energy. Number 5. Takigakuri is a small village based around a large tree, and hidden by a waterfall. They possess a large number of techniques and secrets that make them stand out. Some of these were stolen by Kakuzu when he defected from the village over poor treatment. Others include the seven-tailed beast, which was sealed into Fu until the Akatsuki got a hold of it, and the ability to make hero water, which dramatically boosts a person's chakra and strength at the expense of their health or even their life. Number 6. Otagakuri was originally created by Orochimaru, not as a full-fledged village, but as a front for him to collect subjects for his experiments. It consisted of a network of secret laboratories hidden in various countries, and was generally the site of criminal activity. While he did have ninja who did his bidding, this was mostly about capturing desired subjects. By the Boruto timeline, Orochimaru re-established it as a real village located in the Land of Sound, formerly the Land of Rice Paddies. Its residents are survivors of various wars who are attempting to build new lives for themselves. Number 7. Iwega Curry is the hidden village in the Land of Earth. As one of the 5 great shinobi countries, it's led by a Kage known as the Tsuchikage. The village is frequently in conflict with neighboring villages like Konoha Curry and Tsunaga Curry, and has been known to openly betray allies. This made it difficult for the Tsuchikage to agree to work with the Shinobi Alliance later in the series. Most ninja from Iwagakuri use earth release techniques. The village was home to 2 Jinchuriki, Han, 5 tails, and Rashi, 4 tails. In the Boruto timeline, the Tsuchikage tries to bolster his village's strength by creating akuta, or artificial soldiers, but they quickly get out of control. Number 8. Kirigakuri is the hidden village of the Land of Waves, and it's governed by the Mizukage. Its history has been stormy, to say the least. The village entered a period during which they were called Village of the Bloody Mist. Ninja Academy graduates were forced into battle royales where the winners became ninja, and the losers lost their lives. Corruption was widespread, and life there was generally a living hell. Much of this was due to Madara manipulating the 4th Mizukage, but his reputation, and the village's reputation, never really recovered. Multiple villagers defected, including members of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the Mist, the 6 tails Jinchuriki Utakata, and more. Today, the village is repairing itself and becoming a more peaceful place to live. Number 9. As its name suggests, Iwagakuri is almost constantly under a blanket of rain clouds. It's an industrialized village that's known for producing talented assassins. Because it's situated between Konoha, Tsunaga Curry, and Iwagakuri, 3 countries that were often at war with one another, it was often the site of brutal warfare, which led to many casualties amongst the Iwagakuri citizens. This led to Nagato, Yahiko, and Konan, 3 children who were orphaned by the constant warfare, to grow up, become radicalized, and form the Akatsuki. Originally, the Akatsuki was a peacekeeping group, but this changed after an attempt to take down the nation's leader Hanzo resulted in Yahiko's death. Nagato, now known as Pain, became the nation's revered leader, a leader who planned to show other nations the tragedy of war by personally invading them. The group was also influenced by Madara and Obito, who manipulated the group to serve their own nefarious ends. Number 10. Mount Myaboku is home not to human shinobi, but to summoning animals. In this case, it's the land of the toads. It's where Naruto and Jiraiya learn Sage Mode, and where the toads they summon spend most of their time. This verdant paradise is led by the great toad sage, with elders like Shima and Fukasaku also playing key roles in its governance. They produce a special oil that makes users more receptive to absorbing natural energy, but which only works if the user stays completely still. This is an integral part of Naruto's initial Sage Mode training. Number 11. Located in a desert-like area in the Land of Wind, Tsunaga Curry is a hidden village with a Kage, in this case the Kazekage, at its helm. Most of its ninja used wind-based techniques, though there are plenty of exceptions like Sasori's puppet-based moves and Chiyo's poison attacks. The nation has had numerous conflicts with Konoha and Iwagakuri, but allied with them during the 4th Shinobi War. Sungakuri is home to the one-tailed beast, which was sealed inside of the Kazekage's son, Gaara, throughout most of the series. This was a risky move, because Gaara hadn't even been born yet when it happened, and the one-tails was notoriously difficult to control. Raza, the Kazekage, did it because the village was in desperate need of a power boost since the Land of Wind's daimyo was giving missions that would normally go to Tsunaga Curry to the neighboring Konoha instead. Number 12. Kyogai is housed in the Land of Lightning, one of the 5 great shinobi countries. It's led by the Reikage. The village sits on top of a group of tall mountains, so like its name suggests, it's literally hidden by clouds. The most common type of jutsu used are various lightning release techniques. The village possessed 2-tailed beasts, the 2 tails and the 8 tails. While every village struggles to keep the beasts under control, Kyogai has had some of the most noteworthy success. They've had significant conflict with Konoha and Iwagakuri in the past. For example, They once attempted to kidnap Hinata Hyuga in order to get their hands on the clan's Byakugan abilities, then demanded a sacrifice when Hayashi Hyuga took their head ninja's life to protect his daughter. Despite these conflicts, Cusaga Curry worked with the other nations to form the Shinobi Alliance. Number 13. Kanahagakuri is the hidden village in the Land of Fire, and it's the hometown of many of the series' main characters. As one of the 5 great ninja villages, it's led by the Hokage, a powerful ninja who works with the other kages to either organize around mutual goals or deal with conflict. Konoha was actually the first hidden village. It was started by Madara and Hashirama in order to build stability after years of constant fighting. It's home to multiple clans boasting unique jutsu, but fire-based techniques are especially common. Do you agree with our lists or did we miss something? Write it down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe.